February 10th. 3:36 p.m. District Courtroom number 7. I'm really screwing that up a lot, but whatever. Now then, before we proceed any further, I'm going to announce the results of the test we had performed earlier. Tests? Yes, tests. On the bloody dagger that was found stuck in the pine tree, even though it was in a physically impossible place. Anyway. Oh yeah, that. I totally forgot about it. That's the weapon that Maya Fey used when she fought with the victim. So what are the results? Was it the victim's blood, or... Due to time constraints, a full test wasn't possible. However, there's one thing we can say with certainty. The blood that was on this dagger was not the victim's blood. Oh, okay. Smack! That is all. So... Never mind. He said tests, and that was only one test, but whatever. That is all. Now then, let's restart this trial. So, wasn't Misty's blood on the dagger? I hope it was Ash's blood, because he sucked. Anyway, then whose was it? Dagger updated in the court record. I'm sure both the defense and the prosecution know this, but this trial is rapidly coming to a close. Both sides will need to show some firm evidence with their claims. I understand, Your Honor. From what I've heard, the witness is dangerously weak, physically speaking, so let's finish this quickly. Agreed. Very well, please bring in the last witness. Is she dressed like Maya now? Oh, yeah, she is. So wait, they just had her acolyte's clothes on hand. Alright, anyway. Witness. Sorry, I gotta get my Godot voice. Anyway. Witness, please tell us your name and profession.
Maya Fey. My profession is, I'm the assistant manager at Wright and Company law offices.
Maya. According to these two of the magazine I have here, you're a spirit medium of the Korean channeling technique.
I'm frightened. The Fey clan, I don't want any more to do with it.
Oh, Maya. The pain the Fey bloodline causes must be unbearable. Very well. Now then, Miss Fey, when the event occurred, you were in the garden at the Inner Temple. And you witnessed the moment of Miss Elise Donham's murder. Is this correct?
I didn't see anything.
Straighten up this moment, young lady.
Huh?
Pick your head up and speak clearly. There's always time for crying later.
But I...
Your mother was killed right in front of your eyes. There's nothing you can do to change that fact. But there's something you can do. You can finish this. You've been watching the whole thing, right? You've seen the witnesses come out, and you've seen us squeeze the truth out of them. Now it's your turn. Let's hear your testimony. On the night of the crime, what exactly did you see happen? Witness, if you please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright, let's do this. Last witness. Thank you, Mother of God. Okay.
I was passing through the garden on the way to a spare prep room when it happened. Suddenly, someone struck me over the head. I stumbled and ended up against the stone lantern.
You're nowhere near it.
I think I screamed, "Help me!" I put in the Castlevania 3 code. Anyway. Then something warm splashed over me. That's when I lost consciousness. Or consciousness. I keep pronouncing it conscience-ness. But anyway, consciousness.
So you were struck on the head. I suppose it must have been this staff. Maya, the person who hit you, it was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, Nick. I couldn't see. I don't know who it was.
Maya, think hard.
Sorry, Nick, but I really couldn't.
Huh. Can't say it was an especially good night for young ladies to be walking around alone. It seems that it will be hard to determine the criminal through testimony alone. Very well then, Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination. Maya, hang in there. She doesn't look well at all. What, that sprite has been used like a jillion times. Never mind. Oh, my health is still low? Jeez. Man, they don't give you any they don't do you any favors in this trial, but okay. I was passing through the way of the garden. Suddenly someone struck me over the head. Who was it? Tell me. Who did it? Who hit you?
Well, I didn't see who it was. I was hit from behind.
You didn't see the person? But after that, your attacker was in front of you. How could you not see who it was?
Oh, let me think for a second. I'm sorry, I just can't remember.
Maya's really having a hard time. What should I do? Press her harder! Ugh! Come on, Maya. This isn't making sense. Why didn't you see this person?
Well, let me think. It was, oh yeah, that's right. It was dark, that's it.
It was dark?
It's not good to have too much light around when someone is undergoing spiritual training.
Why? Can we have that explained? Never mind, anyway. Come to think of it, there was earlier testimony to that effect as well. So it was dark in the garden on the night of the crime. Which is why she didn't see her attacker. I thought maybe she was trying to hide something, but I guess not. Judging by the testimony thus far, the identity of the attacker was most likely the spirit that was channeled by Elise Donham, Dahlia Hawthorne. Smack. Very well. Please continue with your testimony. What happened to you after you were struck on the head?
I stumbled and ended up against a stone lantern.
Okay, that's about that. What happened afterwards?
My attacker was in front of me, blocking off my escape. I think.
You think?
After getting hit like that, I was in a state of panic. There were only two things rolling around in my head at the time.
Well now, this is beginning to get interesting. It is? So what were the two things rolling around in your mind?
My name is Maya Fey. 1 + 1 = 2. You see, for some crazy reason, I was afraid I was going to lose my memory. I know it's odd, considering my life was in danger, but that's how it was.
That's not odd at all. Your actions are understandable, given the circumstances. So, what did you do then? That's like one of the few legitimate excuses she's had for saying something stupid. So, I kind of like that reasoning. But anyway, I think I screamed, "Help me!" What, you wanted the 25 extra lives? I think that's how many it gives you. Or maybe that's just the contra code, I don't know. Anyway, you think you screamed, but you're not sure?
Listen, I was a complete wreck. It was dark and I couldn't see my attacker. Was it a man, a woman, an adult, a child? I think it was a child. No. Anyway, was it a child? I had no idea. I was so scared out of my wits.
Believe me, my dear, I'm certain I would have soiled my robes. You would be wearing your robes outside of the courtroom? Do you just walk around in your judge robes?
I thought this person might attack me, so I... Anyway, I'm pretty sure I screamed. I thought that it was my last hope.
Wow, it sounded like poor little Maya really was out of her mind. But I wonder what she meant by last hope. What do I do? Do I press her for more details? Whatever. Let's see. I guess we'll just ask for my last hope. Why not? Wait a minute, Maya. What's this my last hope stuff?
What? What do you mean by your last hope?
No. That's what you said. You said my last hope.
Huh? What? I said what?
Look, you were facing an attacker that you couldn't see and you screamed, right? You screamed, "Help me."
Yeah.
But you testified that you screamed that because you thought it was your last hope.
Oh, well, that's like... What do you call it when that happens?
Maya's not doing so well up there.
Oh, yeah, Oh, that's right. I remember now. I was facing my attacker, but that's not who I was screaming at.
What did you just say?
Yeah, that's right. It was the person behind my attacker I was yelling at. That's who I was screaming to for help. Ah!
What is it now?
I messed up. I didn't mean to let that slip out.
Huh? Witness, are you absolutely sure of what you're saying? Behind the attacker, there was another person?
I am, Well, I meant to keep that part a secret. Meh. What have I done?
It takes a ton of pressure to make a diamond. That's what I always say. Well, that's what everybody says because that's what it needs. Yeah, I know it's a figure of speech. Shut up.
A ton of pressure.
You're in a court of law here. You can't make things up or try to hide things in this chamber. Smack. Witness, the information you just presented is vital to the case. I want you to add it to your testimony. Okay.
I could see a man behind my attacker by the light of the stone lantern.
Okay, so we know it's a man now? Alright. Let's ask about that. A man? Who was this man?
Well, you see, I couldn't see.
You couldn't see? She's used this excuse twice now.
Well, you know, lantern light isn't very bright.
Lantern light, did you say?
There's a great big stone lantern in the garden.
Yeah, we know.
They always light it when an acolyte is there for training. Hey, you know what they say, under the lantern, darkness reigns. So I could see the person that was further away, but not my attacker, who was closer. Plus, there weren't any other light sources in the garden at the time.
Okay.
And something warm splashed over me.
Sexual joke. Anyway. Let's see here. Stone lantern. Was not lit. You have lied to me, woman. Get back in the garden and make me a lantern. No, anyway. So there was a man standing behind... Yeah. So there was a man standing behind your attacker.
Yeah.
That man. He's the killer. He stabbed her from behind. He's the one who killed Elise Donham. Otherwise known as Misty Fey, your mother.
The killer?
You know, I don't think she needs to be reminded that it's Misty Fey and... Never mind. Anyway, Maya. You know who killed your mother, don't you? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? It's our witness, and whatever. To be frank, Your Honor, I think she's in shock and quite confused. That's why she hasn't noticed the huge problem with her testimony.
Huh? What do you mean? What problem?
Maya, on the night of the crime, that stone lantern was out of commission.
Huh? What?
It's true. She never said it was false, but okay. There was no light anywhere in the garden that night.
No!
Order in the court! Mr. Godo, explain. Why does he have... What? Why does he have to explain? Never mind. It's like Guy explaining everything to, oh, what's his name? Is it Emperor Peony? Was it Empire Peony? I mean, Emperor? It's like Guy explaining everything when Jade was the one who asked him to, remember? Anyway, add the pureness of milk to the Sorry? Add the pureness of milk to the perfect clear darkness of coffee. Stir. That is the state of the witness's mind right now. A cup of cafe au lait. Or au lait, I don't know how to pronounce it. Or, let's just say this. Cafe au lait. There. Anyway. Cafe au lait? Is that even legal? I mean, legal? Oh god, you're a judge. You should know what's legal or not. Mr. Trite's word of the milk and you're the spoon. Your Honor. And let me guess, you're the coffee? I'm a spoon? Are you serious? I forgot about that. A Final Fantasy reference? Or is that Final Fantasy 4? Or Final Fantasy 3, which is actually Final Fantasy 2, I think. It's the one that has Edward in it. You know, they call him a spoony bard. Oh, God. I'm a spoon? I'm no spoony bard, I'll have you know. You must have noticed it too, Trite. This witness's mental state is highly unstable right now. I thought they would... Never mind. It's not hard to understand why she would make a little mistake like that. Sorry, but that's not gonna cut it. What did you say? If there was truly no light in the garden, then there's a fatal contradiction in the witness's last bit of testimony.
Nick?
May I? Recall the witness's statement about her attacker. She said that she didn't know if it was a man or a woman, an adult or a child. And yet, the witness could describe a person that was standing behind her attacker, and she quite clearly described him as a man. In other words, that would have to mean that Maya actually saw our mystery person, despite it being so dark that she couldn't see the face of the attacker in front of her.
No!
Or, order! 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 What in the world does this mean, Mr. Wright? I know what it means. It means the end of the video. Not a cliffhanger, just the end.